Hi guys, today's video, Spatchcock Chicken, using the Rusty BBQ Co's Truck Chalk. First, we need to prep the chicken. So what we need to do, cut out the spine, or this bit here, parsons nose. Grab yourself a set of good kitchen scissors. If you cut along each side of the spine, remove the spine. Keep that bit for later use. You can use that in stew, broth, boil it down. It's got some good flavour in there. So keep that to one side. Just chop through this now. Gets a bit tough. Might have to use two hands on some of the bones. And there we go. Got through it. Last little bit. Keep that bit, like I said. Good for boiling down, making stock. Same as the carcass when you're finished. Flip it over. And then if you press down nice and hard, right in the centre, on the breastbone, that'll break, giving you your spatchcock chicken. There we go. Just get your fingers underneath the skin. Give it a loosen it up from away from the breast. Give yourself some room. Put some whatever you're going to stuff it with. I'm going to use garlic butter just to give it a little bit of moisture, some flavour through the skin and through the breast meat. Okay, so I've seasoned the bird with some garlic butter, which I made. 25 grams of butter with some garlic powder. You can use some fresh garlic if you want to. Give that a good rub under the skin. Now I'm going to sprinkle the truck chalk over the chicken. I've rubbed a bit of the garlic butter on the outside just to help it bind. Give it a nice liberal coating all over the bird. Make sure you get into all the gaps so that it gets a nice flavour without or throughout the whole bird. In behind the wings, make sure you get in all the gaps, underneath the breasts. Move the legs about a bit. Make sure you get the whole bird. Give it a good pat, just make sure it sticks. None of it's going to fall off when you pick it up. Make sure it's all adhered. Nice. Using some Louisiana hot sauce, just a little bit more of a binding agent and just for a little bit more tang. Applied liberally to the bird. Give that a good rub in, like so. Again, making sure you just cover the whole bird nicely. Just remember that when it's on the pit, it'll all melt and move anyway, so you can be quite relaxed with where you put it. Just make sure you give it a reasonably good coating all over. Okay, so the chimney's been going for about 15 minutes. Charcoals are nice and white, ready to go in. Chuck them in the basket. And then just use a pair of tongs just to sort them all out. Make sure they're a nice even amount each side. And then we're going to separate the baskets so they're not together. You're going to use indirect cooking through the middle of the grill. So the bird will sit in the middle and we'll have a drip tray in the middle. I'm also going to put some potatoes in there as well. Boil those up first. Put them in the middle. Let them catch the juices and let them crisp up. Don't forget your 3 chinks on your tongs. Make sure they work. Now we're going to put in the pan for the potatoes. Chucking some water in there. Let that heat up. Get that up to a nice temperature. Put some apple chunks in, just to give it a little bit more flavour. Put those onto the fire. like so. Time for the bird to go on. Grab that straight in the middle. We put a drip pan in the middle between the two fireboxes. We'll use that later to catch some of the drippings that fall off the chicken straight onto the potatoes. Make those nice and tasty and crisp up a little bit. Close up the lid. Let's let it cook. Don't forget to put your thermometers in. One in the breast, one in the thigh. Make sure that you can get to the internal temperatures. Checking all the way through the cook. So we're aiming for 165 degrees Fahrenheit in the breast and the thigh. You'll probably find that the thigh cooks a little bit quicker than the breast, obviously, because the breast's thicker. So just keep an eye on it. Close the lid up again and let it cook. So we're sat at 122 degrees Fahrenheit at the minute. Just have a quick check. Got the potatoes in. Yeah, looks good. Okay, we're now at 155 in the breast, 165 in the thigh. Take the potatoes out, drain them off in a minute. Just recenter the bird a little bit just to balance out the heat across the cook. Okay, so we reached 165 degrees internal temperature on the breast meat. Time to pull it. I'll have a look at the bird. As you can see, it looks quite tasty. Skin's drawn back a little bit on the thighs. Yeah, no, it looks good.